Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi guys, this is Shahadat, and today I'm going to talk about why I have changed my mind about the business strategy used by Forever Living Products Company, and why I do not think this is halal anymore. I'll explain that reason, and also I would like to inform that because of this reason, because I don't think the current business model that is being used is halal, I am going to stop using this business model and promoting my business with Forever Living Products Company. So from now on, I will purchase products for my personal use if the company is okay with that, because I suspect that once this video gets released, I may be shown the way out, or probably kicked out of the company altogether. So now, why? Obviously, you can understand that's quite a big change in my life. I've been with Forever Living Product Company since 2007, so it's quite a long time. And why did I suddenly change my mind about it? Well, I guess the biggest impact, the biggest thing that impacted me is the religious faith that I have. I'm a Muslim, and as a Muslim, I cannot take part in a business that is not halal. At least if I can see any reason why this shouldn't be considered as halal, or that means doable or allowed, acceptable business practice, I cannot do it. So that's my biggest reason. And why am I making this video? I mean, lots of people start things and then they give up and then they go away and then they start something else, and they don't talk about the failure in of their past at all, right? So why am I talking about it? I'm talking about it because in the past I did publish content, a video explaining why I thought Forever Living Products business model was a halal business model, and my views have changed now. So I thought it is my duty to express my new understanding and make it public, so that you guys, if anybody is considering looking into this business idea, can learn a little bit from it. And there may be a subscriber in my channel who came through this video, and so it's only logical that I keep them updated and I tell them that my views have changed. So what changed? Well, the thing is, in the past video I talked about few things and I tried to analyze it from all different angles possible, but obviously because I was not trained enough to look into this kind of things, I missed things. So the social aspect is the social impact of our business model is what I find problematic. What do I mean by that? You see, Forever Living Products Company, the company is not doing anything that is not acceptable directly. And then people who are taking part in the business, they are doing things following the company's guidelines on paper. But in many cases, members who are or FBOs, they don't actually follow the guideline. They don't follow the best practice, the ethical practice that they're supposed to follow. So what happens is dishonesty kicks in. People become greedy and they tend to make they try to make money and forget about everything else, which I personally think is not right. And then the other downside, I think this is the bigger downside, is that because this business idea is pretty simple to start, the entry barrier is quite low, and because it promotes big future, really flashy, rich future, what happens is people who are struggling, those are the ones struggling, I mean financially struggling. So you can understand that they are already going through some financial difficulty and they are looking for a way out. And these are the kind of people who join our business, mostly. And there are a few exceptions, but mostly these are the kind of people who join the business. And the failure rate of this industry is massive. 97% failure rate of the multi-level marketing or direct selling industry. Not specifically with our company, but this is the failure rate. So that impacts mostly these poor people who are already struggling, and then they lose out a bit more because they are given the dreams and the high hopes, promises, and once they join the company, then what they know, what they have learned, what their personal mentality is, psychological type is, all these things play into their success, and many of them actually become unsuccessful. And this is the bigger number. I mean, more people, huge number of people actually fail in this business. And when they fail, what happens is the money that they spend basically gets wasted. So I think it's ethically wrong to promote a business where the needy will be interested, or will be will feel kind of like attracted to, where after joining the business they will actually not be able to do it. A huge majority of them will not be able to do it, and so they will end up losing money. They will end up worse off compared to when they started. So that, in my mind, is not ethically acceptable, and that makes it not halal. So it goes into the halal haram category in my mind. So that's the reason I decided to step away, or take a step back, really, because some of the products, not all of them, some of the products that Forever Living Products Company produces, I think they're pretty good. I mean, I use them and I like them. I feel good in the sense that the products that I use are mostly topical products, tooth gel, soap, shampoos, stuff like those. And I haven't got a huge complaint about them in terms of the claims that they're really good. I won't support it too much anymore, because most of the evidences are based on anecdotal evidence. It's not really a scientific evidence that excuse me, that we can really rely upon to make a conclusion of either way. So my confidence is a little bit low on the products benefit claims, but I did personally think at some stages in my life that these products are being helpful. The other problems that this company promotes is people who join the business, they tend to become dishonest. They tend to, a huge majority of them, not everybody, but they tend to do the business, or they tend to find loopholes using which they can sell the business, sell the products in a cheaper price. In Bangladesh, I've seen this practice, and I guess to some extent it happens in other countries as well, like in UK and other countries, where a manager in the marketing plan who gets 49% discount on the purchase, that means products that he buys, he gets a discounted price. So he buys it for a cheaper price, and then he sells it for a cheaper price as well. And sometimes that cheaper price is cheaper than the price that the assistant supervisor will be able to get even. So as a manager, he is still making money, but he is actually destroying or demolishing the business of new members who joined the business. And this is one of the reasons why the business becomes so difficult, because people become greedy and they don't follow the principles. They don't follow the business model as it is laid out to them. They think about it, they figure out ways how they can bypass things, dodge things, and they end up using unacceptable, unethical business practices. So that's a problem. Many of the members make medical claims, not directly, because that's not allowed by the company, but they do bring up examples of other people's experience, and even though that's not directly medical claim, but that's pretty strong medical claim. So that's another problem I find. And people who are working with this industry, or this company, or all the companies that are using this model, or most of the companies that are using this model, those people are not really experts in the subject matter. That means when I joined the company, I was not an expert in health and nutrition science and things like those. So I learned a few things from the company's literature, and obviously because the literature was put together by the company, they put it together in a way that will benefit the company rather than giving the honest, God-honest truth, as we say. So that is a problem which I didn't want to be a part of business that does that. The other thing, let me share an example or one of my experiences. Back in the UK, when I was living in the UK, at the moment I'm not in the UK. I'm going to come back to the UK sometime in the future, not immediately. So when I was in the UK, I had this problem because I was going through, now I know that I was going through pre-diabetes. The insulin level in my body was really high after my lunch. So I used to fall asleep, and I used to fall asleep at my desk, at my work. And that was, as you can understand, it was really, really humiliating, absolutely. And I spoke to one of my seniors in Forever Living Products company, very successful Bangladeshi guy, who I asked, what can I do about it, and what is the problem? What do you think can help me? Because I expected that he understands things about health. But what he did is he initially said that obviously you're not taking our supplements, our products. And I said, no, that's not true, because I am taking the products regularly, and probably I was doing it better than them. So I said, no, that's not true. Then he said, okay, you're probably not taking vitamins. I said, no, I take the Forever Daily every day. And a few other vitamins and supplements, Arctic Sea, fish oil, and all those things. I was taking them diligently, and I told him all that. So when he couldn't find anything that he could label as a fault on my end in terms of products usage, he said, okay, so when do you go to sleep? So then he figured out that I was not sleeping 9 hours or 8 hours every night. Doesn't mean I was sleeping 2 hours. I was actually sleeping 6 to 7 hours, sometimes 7.5, something like that. But he labeled that as, so that's the problem. That's why you were falling asleep during the daytime. Which later on, obviously, I learned that it was not because of that. And the reason I bring this up is because my experience with, or the way I actually blamed myself afterwards, after speaking to him, it was obviously the products are obviously good. There is nothing questionable with the products, which I don't believe anymore, because most of our products are plant-based, and plant-based substances are not the best nutritional substance for human beings. So I don't believe that anymore. But at that point, he successfully managed to divert my focus to something where he could blame me for, and basically I continued living from that point onwards with the problem. My problem didn't go away, and I was feeling even worse. It's because I didn't sleep properly at night, and given my lifestyle, I couldn't sleep more than that. And so I thought that's not right. And many people who join our company, who are FBOs, they do that. So it's a problem. I've come across stories from India, I've come across stories from Bangladesh and UK, where people do that. They claim to be, or they kind of like pretend to be your health and health expert, health coach, even though the knowledge that they acquired is purely knowledge fed by the company. This is not the unbiased, God-honest truth. It's not. So that's a problem, I find. The last thing I would mention is the death of a trainer of Forever Living Products company. She was a trainer. She was a lovely lady. Dawn Parker was her name, and she worked with the company for many years, and she was a successful business owner, and she personally used to use a lot of our products. Any new product the company brings out, she would try that. And then finally she died of a heart attack, and she was always a little bit chubby, not slim. So our company our company was promoting products to lose weight, to become slim, and she was taking some of those products. But looking at her, I saw that she's not slim. And many of the FBOs, if you look at them, some of them are like really fat, to be honest, and overweight, and that's a problem, because they are, if the products worked the way we claim that they do, then these guys wouldn't be this fat, right? This overweight. So going back to Dawn Parker, she was a little bit overweight, and she used to teach us about the supplements, why these supplements are really good, why or how we should take them, and things like those. And finally, she died of an heart attack. That's what I was later on I learned, and because of that, it felt to me that suddenly she just disappeared from the company's literature, and in the website and in all the places where she was promoted before. She just suddenly disappeared from there, and the company didn't go out of the way to actually announce that she died, and she died because of a heart attack. So that I thought was, it doesn't feel right. And I was at that point promoting some of our products as heart healthy and good for diabetes. I've come across members, FBOs, who were from the nutrition background, and they were saying that the honey that our company has, tasty honey of course, but that's good for diabetic patients, even though we know that diabetes is a problem of sugar, and honey is sugar. And but this gentleman, he used to believe that the honey that our company sells is good for diabetic patients. I mean, not all honey is good, but this particular one is good. So I've come across quite a few such discrepancies, and based on my experience, I thought the current model of the business is not worth promoting anymore. If there is a fairer way, if the company can come up with a better model where these poor people will not be they will not lose out, then probably I'll consider promoting the idea as a business again. But until then, if the company allows me, I'll probably use some of the products myself. Otherwise, I'll leave it. So that's it for today. I hope to see you in my other videos if you're interested, and otherwise, look after yourself. Take care. Bye bye.